Welcome to our 18th episode of the DMV Autocross Podcast. I'm Danny Kao.
And I'm Atta Tabesh. Thank you for joining us on episode number 17. First and foremost, we'd like to thank everyone contributing to the Shane Chinnon-Rhoden's GoFundMe. Shane is still in the shock trauma center, but awake and alert. His condition remains the same at the moment, and he is going through a rigorous physical therapy. It's tough, but he is working hard to improve his condition. Again, we will provide Shane's GoFundMe information on our screen. Please keep Shane in your thoughts and help if possible. Thank you. All right. So, Danny, what's up in the next couple of weeks?
Well, first of all, thank you, everybody, for helping Shane out, and every little help matters. And this coming Saturday, though, is the PCA Chesapeake event number 5 at Bowie. This is the only local event during the Labor Day weekend, and the event is full. We have a large guest class, and it seems like everyone is now going to the SCCA Solo Nationals are registered for this event. Speaking of SCCA Solo Nationals, Pro Solo competition starts this Saturday and ends Sunday. National Championship competition starts next Tuesday through Friday. We will have a special feature segment to talk about this year's SCCA National Championships, who are representing the DMV Autocross community at the Lincoln, Nebraska. So hope everyone stay tuned for it.
Next Saturday, both the PCA Potomac and BMW Club are hosting events at Summit Point. PCA Potomac is on the Potomac pad, and BMW Club is on the Washington circuit. Both events' registrations are still open, and space is available. Also on Jefferson Circuit, Get Fast Track Cross will be hosting their last summer track cross event. Spaces are also available, but close to capacity, so register soon. Are you doing the double autocross track cross again, Danny?
Yeah. Well, I'm instructing on Friday at the Track, and PCA Potomac Get Fast Track Cross double on Saturday, and WDCR Time Trials in Shenandoah on Sunday.
Wow.
So one more weekend of biting more than what I can chew. But at least I'm not going to drive 2,500 miles to Nationals and back. And those guys who are going to Nationals are a lot more committed than I am.
Yes, and good luck to everyone going to Nationals this week. Have fun and bring home all the trophies.
Yep, all the trophies.
Also, Danny, I'm pretty sure you are going to be driving 2,500 miles just in the DMV to do all those events.
Probably. Well, no, it's far enough for me to get to Ohio, I think.
Easily.
Yeah, maybe. All right. That's our favorite weatherman preparing his car and loading his truck and trailer. He's not available in our podcast studio this week, but no need to fear. He will bring somewhat accurate weather forecasts from Parsimonious Racing Headquarters in Waldorf, Maryland. So please put our hands together and welcome our own astrobiologist, Alan Claffey.
He's a meteorologist. And why is Alan a astrobiologist?
Well, Alan will be looking for aliens in Lincoln, and maybe he'll turn into one too.
Okay.
Hi, Danny. Hi, Anna. It's Alan in beautiful Waldorf, Maryland. We are going to take a little break from getting packed up for Solo Nationals because Danny wants me to do the weather. As you can see here, we are well underway with preparations to get going here. Truck is full of stuff. Marmy is back here. It's about ready to go on its little piggyback ride halfway across the country. But before we do that, we have to talk the weather. So I'm going to go to the backyard because that's where I do weather. And that way neighbors won't look at me like I got two heads talking to my phone. Hey, I'm a podcaster. I'm an influencer. So what's going to happen here? We have to look forward to local stuff first because this is the DMV Autocross Podcast. It's not the Lincoln, Nebraska Autocross Podcast. We are going to start with PCA Chesapeake running at, it's in Bowie. I almost got my locations mixed up. Bowie says it's going to be, this is this coming Saturday, 85 degrees, cloudy with a chance of a thunderstorm. Not bad. The only other local autocross I see on the docket is the following Saturday, September 7th. PCA Potomac will be running, appropriately enough, at the Potomac pad at Summit Point, and that's going to be a brisk 76 degrees with sun. Not bad at all. If you want to know what's happening in Lincoln, Nebraska for the week of solo, the Pro Solo finale and Solo Nationals, I got good news for you. It's going to be really nice. It is going to be sweet. I mean, highs in the, I don't see any highs higher than like 89, and that's Saturday of the finale. It's mostly going to be low to mid 80s for high temperatures. We have 50s for overnight lows, and I don't see any rain until Friday. So you're going to need your tire blankets. You're probably going to need a co-driver. Keep those tires happy. But as far as rain, Friday, and it's not a lot of rain. We're also talking a week or change out, so that could change. But holy cow, as far as weather goes for nationals, and I'm casting a major jinx into this because I know where I speak of, it's going to be great as of right now. Could change. But having said that, I'm going to get back to putting more stuff in the truck that I'm not going to need in Nebraska, because that's what we do. You can always bring more stuff than you need, because then you have to truck it all back home again. So on that happy note, I'm going to sign off here, send it back to Danny and edit in the studio. I'll see some of you guys in Nebraska, and I'll see some of you guys a little closer to home in a couple of weeks. So be good. See ya.
Thank you, Alan. Saturday, August 17th, was the Mercedes Autocross event number 6 on the Potomac pad. Once again, Scott built a fast yet interesting course utilizing the entire racing surface, and it was fun and challenging. It sounds like a broken record, but Marcus Pine, again, took the fast time of the day. The rest of the losers are: second place went to Greg Poe, third went to Brian Ka, fourth went to Jen Foe, fifth was Matt Hu, sixth was Danny Ka, seventh was Dustin Gurr, eighth is Ken Ba, ninth is Steve Mee, and 10th is Greg Joe.
Sunday, August 18th was the WDCR number 4 event at Waldorf. Course designer Bill Stockton designed a fast transitional course at Waldorf, which was a gem of a course to race on. Dustin Grubbs took the early PAX lead, but Marcus Pine quickly eclipsed Dust and took the top PAX during the first heat. Clyde Carlos Sainz Kaplan did a Las Vegas F1 replay by sucking a manhole cover out on the course off and caused damage to the racing surface and resulted in a delay, just like in last year's Vegas F1 race. Fortunately, the race restarted at 2 p.m. instead of 2 a.m. and race resumed. The course was changed to avoid the same manhole cover, and that undoubtedly gave a massive advantage to our boy Brian Carwin, which easily took top PAX by almost half a second on the much easier course. The rumor is now Clyde will receive a free Carsops bar for his Camaro, but that is yet to be confirmed.
Much easier.
I heard it was a pretty much the easiest course after the moving of the manhole.
Exactly. It was just a straight through. It wasn't even a slalom anymore. Yeah. So, of course, Nicholas Kingsbury also ran 30 after the course changed. So the fastest time went to him in the Maryland FSA Heat Turf Racing TR24.
College Park.
No, Nicholas is all fair. For Carwin's not fair.
Yeah, Nicholas did a great job, to be honest with you.
That's correct. That's correct. And the top 10 PAX winners are Brian Carwin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
Marcus Pine. Dustin Grubbs. Rusty English. Clyde Kaplan. Matt Hoffman. Patrick Gaffney. Stephen Hotzer. Craig Mahefka. And 10th went to Lenny Wilcock. And the $20 Sheets gift certificates, affectionately known as the Lunch Award, went to Nicholas for the fastest time of the day, Carwin for the top PAX, and random drawing went to Javier Molina. Now there are 5 gallons of gas richer.
Last Saturday was a PCA Potomac event number 5 at Summit Point, Washington Circus. The course utilized both ends of the skid pad, and racers enjoyed the fast and fun course. At time of recording, we do not have the official result yet, but stealing from Greg Jones's post, we can reliably report that Carwin took the fastest time, followed by Howard Lykin, Jeremy Hubble, Greg Jones, Steve Mitchell, Kevin Keedy, with Jeff Altenberg and Josh Bynes closely behind.
This past weekend is the 6th annual UMI King of the Mountain race at UMI Motorsports Park in Clearfield, Pennsylvania. This is one of the autocross events with the biggest purse in the country. The winner of the event received $10,000 and the total purse is $25,000. This is an invitation-only race and the participants are the who's who's in autocrossing world. Last year's winner was our own Sam Strano, and I'm extremely happy to report that this year's winner is our own John Venevas. John co-drove with Sam in John's Turbo RX-8, overcome early car throttle body issues, and fell behind in the early going, but battled all the way back to the front and won the nice shootout against some of the fastest autocross cars in the country. Congratulations to John, and super well deserved.
This ends our racing report of the week. For this episode, we will try something different. We will have a special hour-long feature of the SCCA Solo Nats, followed by a novice meeting, and then we will end the episode. This special feature was recorded earlier last week, and there are some changes to who is going and who is not. Anyways, we hope everyone will follow the DMV Autocross to the SCCA Solo Nationals and cheer them on. Here's our special feature of the week. For our feature of the week segment, we like to cover an interesting, informative, or fun topic which could benefit all autocrossers. This week, we have a very special once-in-a-year feature, and it's going to be the SCCA Nationals. What are the Nationals, Danny? Are you excited? Is this what, like, it sounds big. What's going on with Nats? Can we talk about Nats?
I'm retired from Nationals. But even for me, I started going to Nationals after, actually the second year after I started autocrossing, but I started when I was 41 years old. So my first Nationals I went, I was already 42 years old. So you guys who are under 42, you have no excuse not to go now.
So everyone under 42 should just plan on going to Nationals.
Yes, and everybody over 42 has to go too.
And they all have to go. So
that's right.
If you're under 42 or over 42,
yes,
or if you're 42, you got to go.
You just have to go.
You got to go. Okay. Yeah, All right.
So I've been to Nationals a total of 12 times, but I've been to Lincoln probably 16, 17 times because I've been to Spring Nationals. Okay. Yeah, so I run in Spring Nationals. Yep. So there's all kinds of national stuff, but Solo Nationals is a pretty amazing place, right? So it's been in Lincoln, Nebraska since 2009, I think. And so I was there the first year, and then my first year was actually the year before, which was in Topeka in Harlan Park, right? So I guess the best way to describe Nationals is we have to let Ada. So how about you describe what the National is actually look like? So first of all, you were just 1,300 people there.
1,300 people there, and I was lucky enough to go with Danny for one of his last major autocross events, maybe major national event, right?
So no, that was my last national.
You keep saying that, but I want to know if I can like set up a car in the next few years, I can trick you. But that's a whole nother feature, right? Like,
that's right.
Maybe I can fly you out.
I have enough junk here.
Wait, before we talk about nationals, I was gonna describe my experience, but I can barely see you, Danny. There's so many trophies in front of you, I can barely see your face.
Well, I mean, I don't have a jacket or anything. I don't have the winning one. But I accumulated a lot of souvenirs over the years. But I want you guys to know that I did not trophy at Nationals until my 9th try.
Wow.
Yeah. But then after that, I trophied every time until the last one I went with Ada. And then we just goofed around. We went to all the restaurants.
I'll take the blame for that. Well, we ate good, though. We ate
good. Yeah. So that was one of the things that you can do. It's not all about racing. It's actually all about like eating or playing golf or go run around and all kinds of that stuff, right? There's a lot of activities, karaoke, a Big Wheel Pro Solo.
Speaking of, so you've perfectly led me into what it is. You just mentioned golfing, eating, activities. I had an idea of what Nationals was going to be. I thought it was going to be a pretty big autocross. It was going to be really fun, lots of cool cars, lots of fast drivers, right? That's what I thought Nationals was going to be. And I couldn't have been more wrong. Okay. It is so many cars. My brain could not compute how many cars there were there. It was so large. I had never, we're in the DC region. We got lots of autocrosses. Bunch of people show up. There's not like a 15-person autocross. Okay, we got lots of people going to lots of events. It's great. I was nowhere near prepared to see how many cars there were. The paddock stretched to the end of the world. I don't think you can walk it all. You have to drive it, right? Like, or
you have to drive it. I mean, walking is you're gonna walk a lot.
You're gonna walk. Yeah. We did walk a lot. The people there, everyone there is on vacation, Danny. No one there is like, hey, I just had a really long meeting yesterday, and now I went to sleep late because I worked, and now I'm just getting to the autocross. I'm tired. It's been no. Everyone there is on vacation, and you can feel how uplifting and light. It's like a light feeling everyone is. And then you start feeding off of that. Nationals was the best autocross experience, and everyone needs to try it. Doesn't matter if you're not going to win it or you don't think you're going to win it. And we can get into predictions later, Danny, right? Like I would like to do a little guessing, and we can we could talk about your experience guessing as well.
That's
but
right.
every little thing there blew me away. Every aspect of it blew me away.
Right.
And before we get into too much more, these trophies in front of you, can you quickly talk about what they are? Because Nationals, I thought, was just Nationals. I was wrong about that too. There's a couple different things happening at Nationals, right?
Yeah, there's Pro Solo finale before Nationals.
Pro Solo finale. So
right. So Pro Solo is a separate series. I think we talked about this a little bit in our previous podcast, where you basically showed up, there are two cars lining up at a drag race tree. And then when the light goes down to green, you take off, right? You're running one side and the other person's on the other side, and you switch back and then you alternate. So you accumulate points from all these races that you go throughout the year. After you attend the 3 events, you're fully qualified. What they would do is after they add up all the points and then they subtract, there's some drop points, right? And so they come up with the total points that you win for the class. And then at the end of the year, which is a couple of days before Solo Nationals, they have the pro finale, where all the people that accumulate all the points, they showed up, and then they have this one final big Pro Solo that determines the Pro Solo champion.
I love it.
And then you have the grand champion that wins the final Pro Solo. And for all the people that wins the challenges, then you add up all the points with that, then you have this big challenge winner, right? Yeah. So that's what Pro Solo is. So a lot of these trees that you see over here.
Yeah.
These, believe it or not, I won all my Pro Solos between 2017 and 2018. So it's almost like every one of them I went on the East Coast, I won, right?
I love it.
Look,
There's behind your trophies. I see like one of them sticking up. You have like 4 of them on your desk? 5 of them? 4?
I got 5 of them. Yeah. Well, this doesn't remind you of like a graveyard or anything, right?
No. It's the opposite. It's like when you see Simone Biles after the Olympic Games, she's just got all these medals around her necklaces. Yeah. That's what it reminds me of.
This is pretty cool. I mean,
awesome.
Like, all I know is I was obsessed and tried to win one of these for like 10 years, and all of a sudden they all came at the same time.
That's the way it is.
It's the dumbest thing.
That's the way.
Yeah, that's the way it is sometimes. You just get lucky. So
I wouldn't say no. I say you put in the work, you put in the effort, you put in the time, you put in the commitment, the passion, and then it pays off eventually. And maybe it doesn't pay off year 1 or 2, right? We talked about that in another podcast. Like, how long will I see results? But you just said, hey, it flooded when it came. It started flooding.
Yeah. I did build a pretty good car. So, it was a 2016 Camaro. It was just a 1SS, but I did all the modifications on it. I ran 345 square. So you could just steer and just goes.
That's awesome. Was that the silver one? I think that was a silver.
It was a silver one. Yeah, it's called a KO Maro.
Oh my God, that thing was awesome.
So like right now, Brian Carlin's winning everything and top packs all that stuff in the last weekend's race, right?
Yeah,
that was all car, man.
Well, no, I thought that my buddy was gonna win it all, but then there's something about he's like second in packs. I thought he was first in packs.
No, so what happened was for the people that didn't attend that DC event, a Las Vegas F1 happened.
Last week.
So here's what happened.
Okay.
Solo Nationals is actually for autocrossers like Las Vegas, right? You can do everything and all kinds of stuff there. But just to get sidetracked a little bit, remember Carlos Sainz?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Goes over a manhole, and then there's so much downforce, and the thing pops up and destroys his car.
Was it Sainz or Leclerc? I think it was
Sainz.
It was Sainz? Okay.
Yeah, it was called Sainz.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's how he started last.
Yes. Okay.
At Vegas GP.
Yeah.
So the same thing happened at Waldorf.
He knocked the manhole cover?
Well, our Carlos Sainz this time is Clyde Kaplan. So Clyde Kaplan came over and go out over to the top of the hill and then run over there, and he took out a manhole.
Oh my God.
The manhole sucked it up and struck his car.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So now so Clyde Kaplan now is the Carlos Sainz.
Oh my! We gotta start calling them Sainz.
I know. That's why I was calling them. We're calling like Gray Palick and I are calling them Carlos Sainz the whole entire time.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It was wild.
Hopefully, not as much damage to the car.
No, not that much damage.
Okay.
So what happened is then they couldn't put the manhole back in because they took off the whole, the casing on the outside too.
Yeah.
So they have to modify the course. It made it easier. Right?
So that's what happened to Carlin.
That's right. Then Carlin, immediately after that, he takes top packs.
Oh my goodness. That is poor Carlin though, because he had nothing to do with that.
So we were harassing him as a good, we did our job in the peanut gallery, right?
Yeah.
And then he was complaining. And so then he came around and said he wants to let the bald eagle do the talking.
Oh my
Right.
god!
So I want to say that my bald eagle was doing the talking back in 2017.
Oh my god, I love it. Okay,
that's all this.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
That this is all this America.
What is that massive trophy that has another trophy in it? What is that one?
This one?
Yes, the huge trophy cup.
This one is the Pro Solo finale. I wasn't quite a champion.
Oh my god, it's a huge trophy.
Yeah, you get a trophy, and that's second place.
I love it.
Right?
I love it.
The first place. Oh, I'm gonna all these casket things gonna fall off.
Yeah, be careful. Yeah, don't drop any of them, please.
Right. So the first place was even bigger.
That's awesome.
So that was pretty cool. That was in 2018, where one of the really fast autocrossers from Oregon and I met, and he got all the points on the West Coast. I got all the points on the East Coast.
Yeah,
and I almost got him.
Clash,
but I wasn't quite as good.
Oh,
man! But he's really, really fast, so I'm pretty happy.
So you should be happy. Yeah. Okay, what's
up
with the one right in front of you? Yeah.
So this one's one of the nicer trophies I got.
That's gorgeous. Yep.
Yeah. So this was what? This was in Cam. Oh, this was also. Oh,
CSP,
actually, I co-drove with someone else. Oh, this is my CSP one. That's right.
Is this Oscar?
Right. This is Oscar.
Oh,
so this is my first one.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I got a couple of these boxes.
Let's see. What are those boxes? Okay.
So I have another box sitting over there.
What do you put inside the box? Like,
well, take
treasure?
a guess.
I have no idea.
So first thing I got. Well, so this is something in the box. I took it out. First, I have some chicken stickers.
Oh, stickers. Oh, yeah. Well, of course. There you go.
And then I had I don't know how I would have this. And then I think this just came out of nowhere. And this is one of the original title from my scooter.
Oh, so you're just putting your own things in those boxes. They're not coming with like a medal.
No, there's nothing in the box. But in this particular box, I have.
Oh, just you put toys in there. Great.
A bunch of Hot Wheel cars that my friends gave me over the years.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. Oh, it actually has the course map.
I see that. Nice.
Yeah.
East and the West or whatever.
So I don't know. I don't know if I like these boxes, but they're about as useful as those trophies. So I guess the boxes are okay.
Well, they're more useful.
You just can't put the boxes on stuff. So I guess you can keep like credit cards and cash and stuff like that in there.
Moving over, I see you have a Johnson Spirit of the Sport Award.
I have my sheep. This is a sheep.
Let's look at the sheep.
Here, hold on. It's sheep.
Oh, I love it. Hold on.
It's gonna be hard to see. Okay, I'll lower it so you can see the sheep.
Oh my God, he's so cute.
So sheep is similar to the Spirit of the Sport Award that we get, the Ron Katona in the local SCCA, which you have one.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's my best trophy. It's the most.
Yeah. So sheep is I would think that's a Mr. Congeniality Award or something.
Oh, I love it. Is it like a national version of that?
Yeah, this is the national version of that.
Cool.
So my name is in the SCCA rule book forever, not from my driving prowess, but
it's not a rule book. No, you're in the awards book.
That's right. No, it's in the rule book.
It's in the rule book?
Yeah. Oh, you don't read the rule book, I'm sure.
I don't read the rule book.
If you flip to the end of the rule book, that tells you every former national champion.
Oh, I've never
and
been
what
to the
year they won the nationals. Oh. So if you flip it over there, you can see Sam Strano in there like 10 times or
15 20, 30 times. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like if you do a control F and try to find in that PDF file and type in Strano, it's all over the place.
It's all over the place.
But you will find one KO. That would be me.
Yay, good job.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, that's the sheep.
Very good.
So anyway, I mean, I put all this stuff out here just so that when you go to the nationals, that's what you guys could win.
Yep.
Right. Yep. So then if you go enough, you're gonna give me something.
Maybe not the first time. Maybe first time if you're really good, but maybe realistic expectations. It takes a while to get to where you are, but when you get there, look at all the rewards, the spoils of victory, right?
Yeah.
So
I got the sheep. I got the sheep in my 5th year.
That's great.
Yeah, and then all the rest of the stuff all came, in my 10th. So
nice.
And after, but so I wasn't that, just not that good of a driver, but if you're stuck in there, you
can't say that when I can barely see your face because of all the trophies in front of you.
Well, I put this out there just to kind of emphasize that it's not. This didn't happen until quite a while.
Yeah.
But once it clicks, man, it just clicks.
Good. So good.
Yeah. Yeah, it just clicks. So anyway, I mean, when you go, you definitely need to enjoy it, and then don't look at trophy as the only thing, but eventually they'll be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, that's enough my introduction.
best introduction yet. Okay.
All right, let's go over what your impression of the Solo National is.
Okay. My impressions were that it was so different and better than I thought it was going to be. So much better that now I just want to tell people, go to nationals, try it, go once, see what it's like for yourself, give your own opinion on it. Because I think that once anyone goes the same way I did, it changes your perspective, right?
Yeah.
Everyone has like an assume, like you always, no matter what you do, you always think to yourself, oh, it might be like this, it might be like that, for everything, not just for autocross. I'm talking life, right? You have like, it's almost like, what is the word I'm thinking of? It's expectations, right? You have expectations for everything. Nats blew it away for me. So if there's anything people are going to get from listening to this feature, it's okay, I'll give it a shot. Maybe this year, or not this year, because it's, registration's over and people are literally about to head on over, but maybe next year, right? And if finances don't work next year, save for a year so you can go the next one. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it. And it's once in a lifetime thing that you can do once a year. You know what I mean? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like the whole, it has that once in a lifetime vibe to it, but it's annual.
Yeah.
You can't beat that, right? You can't.
Yeah, you know how they talk about it when they go to autocross, you go there for competition and you go home, basically figure out that you just met a bunch of friends, right?
Yep.
It's kind of corny when you think about it, but that's exactly what national is, right? You're going over there, and then where can you find 1,300 people? They're all like you.
You can't.
It's almost a little. No, it's kind of scary, actually.
You can't. There's nowhere else.
Yeah,
there's nowhere else.
And then just think that you spend money in your cars, then you're going to see half of the people is going to spend some serious money on their cars.
Oh yeah. Right. It makes me feel like grounded and down to earth, really.
Yeah, you think that, hey man, I just come up with some secret.
Yep.
And that secret has been flown around for 15 years.
Right, and everyone else has been doing that secret and has 3 different names depending on where you're from.
Yeah, you go to all local autocrosses, and you see some of these cars and say, "Wow, this car is cool," right? Yeah. And then you go there, it's like, ooh. like what is this thing? Is that a taxi?
Exactly. So, but you just mentioned local autocrosses. Okay, I am unable to go to Nats this year. You're not going to Nats this year.
I'm not going to Nats this year. No.
However, we are lucky that we're in the DMV, and we will be represented at Nats by a bunch of our local heroes, local autocrossers.
Yep. And we're going to have some.
Jump into that, or do we want?
Yeah, let's jump into that. Okay. So we're going to do this. I'm not sure if anybody is familiar with the SCCA, but every year before, for years and years and years, they usually come out with an article called "Who Will Win."
Yes.
So they would talk about who will actually win. They go down all the classes and then try to determine, who's going to win, or how people would do, right? Yeah. So of course, obviously, right now, as of this second, I don't even know how many people register. 1,290 entries. So we're going to flip through that many lines to find out who will win, right? So let's do this. Ada will go through the list of the folks from this area who are going. Right. Then collectively, we'll try to make a guess on how well they would do.
Oh my goodness!
I don't know. I mean, it's like actually, if we don't predict them to be winning, we're just going to tell them that they're going to be there and have a good time.
Oh my god! Oh my goodness!
Just for fun. I think most people understand that you're going over there to have a great time. Honestly, out of 1,300 people in there, probably only about maybe 100 people that has like legitimate shots to win.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
I would say no, about maybe 200 people, I would say, right? But that's still the top 200 autocrossers in the country,
right?
And then let's keep that into perspective. The top 200 people out of what? Well, how many people in the United States now? Like 700 million.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you're there, even if you're last in your class, you did a great job. You did a great job.
Correct. Just by showing up there, that tells you that you're already there. So
exactly, yes.
Yeah. All right, so let's go. So we start with Super Street.
Let's start with Super Street. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting it. We're counting Yam. We got 5 local autocrossers in Super Street, starting with my uncle, my other uncle,
your other uncle,
Patrick Gaffney, rolling in the GT4 with the beautiful livery. I mean, what do you think, Danny? Talk to me.
Well, I mean, Patrick has been at the Finger Lakes Tour,
Yeah.
be 3-4-time national champion past Salerno. So
Which is
Patrick
unbelievable.
is completely legit. He is going to be in the front, right? So every year,
Salerno is the sharpest part of the sharpest end of the grid.
yes, absolutely. So every year that Patrick has been going there, he's getting closer and closer. Last year, he almost got on the podium. In the year before, I think in the M3, he was on the podium, right?
Wow.
He was third.
Yeah.
So Patrick is definitely a legit contender that take home that Super Street jacket for sure.
If he strings 2 runs together, one on each day, you're saying he could be the Super Street national champion?
Yes.
Oh,
His obstacles are, however, great.
Very.
They are some really, really serious fast people.
Yeah, even on this list of 5 that I'm about to say,
that's right.
There are some monsters. So Paul Kozlak coming in from Delaware. He's repping some Red Hoss Racing.
So Mr. Kozlak, for most of you guys don't know, was the driver of Eminence, which is the highest honor of SCCA driver in solo, right?
Wow.
So he is a multi national champion, right? He's one of the I'm not sure if Mr. Kozak's in the Hall of Fame, but he probably should be.
Wow.
Right. No, he's very, very, very well known for years and years and years. Amazing. So we're happy. I mean, he used to live in Maine, and we're happy that he moved down this area. So he actually runs with us every once in a while. So don't be surprised to see Mr. Kozlak in the front.
Mm-hmm. Now, there's the next name is, I'm not familiar with Mr. Rick Newman. Can you please talk to me a little bit about Rick Newman and who this up and coming youngster is?
You don't know Rick Newman?
I do know Rick Newman.
Well, Rick Newman is the head of the PCA over by the Pocono area, Pocono region or whatever, right?
He's great.
Yeah, no, Rick is very, very well known.
He when I first started autocrossing, he was one of the people that I remember his name because he was so fast. Yes. And I just remember when I first started, I was like, how am I supposed to get that fast? Rick
Newman. It's Mr. Newman has definitely been autocrossing for many years as well. So
awesome.
He's gonna be super fast.
Okay.
And then your sugar daddy is next.
My sugar daddy, Norm Flowers. That's mine.
Norm and Rick are not even in our region, but we include them anyway. And then so is the next person. But
I love Norm. I want him to win everything. Ever.
Did you see Norm's new car?
No, it's the same car.
Yeah, I know. It's the same car, but oh my God.
I saw a picture of it online and I started drooling. Drooling. Oh, he's going to look so good at Nats.
He's like, no, I don't know. I mean, is that has something to do with like Da Vinci or,
no, it just looks
Picasso?
Great. I don't know. It's a beautiful art.
I know.
Best looking car I've ever seen. And
then, my God, Salvador Dali.
Oh my God. It really does look artistic. It looks really great though. It looks really great.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we have another driver who is also very local to us. He's a WDCR driver and nowhere else, no other region at all. And that's James Yam. I love James Yam.
My buddy
Yaminator.
Well, he's always here because he's a pilot, so he flies everywhere.
Does anyone actually know where he lives?
No, he lives in LA.
Nope, he lives here.
No, yes, he lives here. All right. But he lives in LA sometimes. I know he's from Chicago.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe where I met James when I saw Yum one time.
Where did you see him? Don't say
out
Hawaii.
Of nowhere.
Don't say Hawaii.
No.
Where?
I've been to Hong Kong once.
No way.
Yeah. So I was with my family and then we took the funicular up the Victoria Peak, which is the highest point of Hong Kong.
Okay.
Right. So we ride up this thing going all the way up to the peak. I came out and then we're walking around. And then of course from there, it's at night. You can see this beautiful city lights, right? From the top of the mountain. Right. Yeah. And then there was this gazebo where a whole bunch of people. So that's the highest point. So I walk in the gazebo and bam, the first guy right into was Yum. He's standing up there.
How in the hell do you run into no Young?
I was like,
on one of those.
I was like the two tallest Asian there met at Victoria Peak. I thought I was going to have a kung fu fight or something.
Oh my God.
All right. Atta, control yourself.
No, you can't say that. It's so rude. You said kung fu fight.
I'm
Oh,
serious, man. It's like
Oh my God.
like it's like one of those Hong Kong kung fu movie. I mean, that's the only reason you meet up at a Victoria Peak is when you like start
Oh my
beating each other
God.
up.
Oh my God. All right, Danny, I have like 100 lines of names here. I am sorry. I need to pick it up. I
All right,
apologize.
let's go.
All right,
Let's
sorry.
go. Okay, so now in the Super Street,
Yeah.
so obviously
Prediction.
Patrick is going to be in the front.
Yep.
But I would say that the top 3 or 4 people would probably be James Young, multinational champion, Brian Peters, who's won nationals so many times, it's not even funny. And Brian Peters also won nationals many times, and also Ron Bauer. So, and then obviously there's so many other people in there, but I would say watch for those guys. They're going to be in the front.
That sounds like an absolutely stacked Super Street class this year.
Stack.
Like insane.
Yeah, crazy.
Awesome.
Stack.
Okay.
Right,
Good.
next.
Good predictions. Okay, so I'm gonna go over the people. We could talk about the class, and then you give your predictions just like you did. So that's the perfect format.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Next one, my buddy, your buddy, our buddy, Edwin Liu, local from the DMV. We love him. He's in A Street, so this is the A Street guys in his GTR.
Oh yeah.
We love it. And his co-driver, also from here, Justin Neal. These two boys are the best of the best. I love them. Danny?
I would say, looking at the entry list on the A Street, this is one of the interesting year where Justin will have a chance to win.
Oh, baby.
And actually, I'm looking through the list. He will be one of the favorites to get on the podium.
Awesome.
In my opinion. So look for Justin and look for Edwin doing really well. Their car, I mean, GTR is still a somewhat a sort of a mystery in A Street, right? But folks in New Jersey has proven that it can be competitive in Super Street. So so it will be super interesting. I look for Justin to finish very, very well up there.
I also, if Edwin does the thing that he did last year at the very end, he's strung together one insane run. I think Edwin can maybe make noise as well.
Yeah, Edwin's been driving fantastically well. Yep. So yeah, no problem at all. And then I want to add in A Street Ladies, which is a list that we're not adding. The Shelly Monfort is actually in A Street Ladies.
Oh, nice.
So you might as well just give her a jacket and call it.
It's over.
That's it. It's over.
It's over. Congratulations, Shelly.
That's right. Congratulations on your 18th or I'm sorry, 180th jacket.
Danny, are we allowed to congrats someone on a win before the events even started? Like, I feel like...
we can congratulate Shelly in the next 5 years, man.
Okay. All right. Congratulations on the next 5 straight national championships.
Yeah, that's right.
So good.
I mean, like, that happens when I first started. I guess she wins every year. So,
yeah.
What should this year be any different? Yeah. All right, next one, B Street.
B Street. So there is a gentleman who I have yet to meet, and I can't wait to meet him. His name is Jeff Altenberg. He lives next to me in Ellicott City. My parents know him. Everyone knows him. I have yet to meet him, and I've heard he is amazing. He's professional driver, race car driver, checks all the boxes. And my boy Matt Skelly's going to be in B Street right with him in the two Supras, 2024, and 2021 Supra. So I don't know. Talk to me about Jeff and Matt.
Well, I've never met Mr. Altenberg other than watching him race over at Bowie, a couple of weeks ago.
Nice.
So that was his first time autocrossing in like 18 years or something. But
wow,
he immediately takes the top time in his class. So I guess he still got it.
Love it. That's so awesome.
I mean, Matt has been autocrossing for the last few years now, right? So he's been attending all the events and he's getting faster and faster. So he should be doing very well.
Yep.
But in that class, I'm gonna guess, somebody already won the class before it even started. It's gonna be Dave Marcus.
Dave Marcus. Oh.
Yeah.
I thought that Supra was not B Street. I thought he had turned it all the way up and he was doing time trial stuff.
He probably has like 15 Supras. He just turned to drive which one he likes.
All right. Yeah. It's good to know. So co-driving Matt's car in B Street Ladies is going to be Christy Cover. And she, just like Matt, have been just putting in the work, getting faster and faster and faster.
Yeah, I think Christy's going to do very well. So,
awesome.
She's going to be fine. She's going to be up there either first or second or something like that. That's my guess.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Okay, jump into C Street. So I know there's like a lot of entries at Nats for C Street. 60 plus entries, 62 entries for C Street.
Many.
And we're also sending a lot from here, right? So we're sending Raymond Schumann. We're sending Mark Portanova, Jeremy Hubble, Julian Garfield, and Jack Chrissy. All of them going to C Street. Thoughts, Danny?
Well, so Mr. Ray Schumann, he is the Mr. Autocross in the James Madison area, right? Remember, Dustin Grubbs actually learned everything about autocross from Mr. Schumann.
So he's coming.
Yeah.
So Dustin's a graduate of his school.
That's correct.
Okay.
Right. I mean, he actually went on to school and basically told the students what autocross is.
That's awesome.
Right?
Okay.
No, it's super amazing. Like, Mark, I've known Mark for a long time. He used to campaign in the GT3. So he's actually from the, Richmond area, more towards, Williamsburg.
Okay.
And then we have Jeremy and Jack co-driving together.
Nice.
Right.
Love it.
And Jeremy actually beat Jack in Jeremy's car.
That's awesome.
At the previous event, but Jack is going to be in the front. He's going to be our big hope. But we have my boy, my other son, Julian Garfield.
I love him.
Yeah. I mean, I watched Julian grow up, so I have a special soft spot for Julian. So whenever Julian's name in there, I think he should win.
Yes. Okay. Good.
But in there, I mean, there's a whole bunch of fast people there. Tyler Kavico from Texas. You have the two Wills, Will Teller and Will King. And then Rick Cohn in there.
Oh, Rick Cohn, let's go.
Yeah, Rick Cohn's in there, and then there's all kinds of fast people, in there. So yeah. Oh, and then the favorite. I'm gonna have to guess Andrew Pallotta.
Oh, okay,
he will be the favorite. I'm the minister of his wedding, so if Julian doesn't win, Andrew wins.
Oh my God, you can't. You're like 18 favorites in one class.
That's right. Oh my God, why can they spread around?
I love it. Okay, so jumping into C Street ladies, Lana Portanova is also going to be racing, and Maria Pelota is going to be racing. So they're also. Yep.
So Maria and Andrew actually met through me and Ryan Davies. So
that's awesome. Oh.
Yeah. So of course I have a soft spot for Maria. And then I saw Lana growing up, like she was one of the carters, and now she's taken over as the, actually she takes care of all the registration and all that stuff for VMSC. So from Virginia Motorsports Club. So all the VMP events are run by Lana.
Okay. Right? Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Lana's super fast too. So I definitely wish them doing super well.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Jumping into D Street. 60 entries, man. Like, it's unbelievable numbers for some of these classes, Danny. It's 60 people in one class.
D Street is crazy.
It's crazy. So we have my hero, Noel Leslie, and we have your hero, Ken Roller.
That's right. No, obviously he's been autocrossing for a long time. Yeah. And then he bought his GR86, not too long ago, actually. It's really awesome looking GR86. So Noah's going to be fast. He's going to be running pretty good in the front.
Yep.
And then Ken Roller obviously was the last national champion.
Oh,
right?
Man.
So he's one of the fastest young guys. I mean, like even though he's in the Philly region, we're gonna say that he belonged to us.
Yeah, we take him.
All right. But in that class though, we have the alien Mark Daddio.
Oh man.
Right. And then and we have Mark Daddio.
Yep.
We have, I mean, I'm just going down the list here. We have Alex Peel, who's another young, fast guy, has been winning nationals, right? And then we have my good friend Mark Scruggs.
Oh my goodness!
Right, yeah. Mark, my God, fastest guy I know. And then and there's just all kinds of people. I used to run with Trevor Jones. Yeah, in there. I mean, Neil Tofson. Oh my God, this DJ Alex Andrini. This is a tough class.
Oh man,
tough class.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Ken, I would say look for Ken in the front, Mark Daddio in the front, Alex Peel will be in the front, Scruggs will be in the front.
You're naming off 50 people that are going to be in the front, Danny. Everyone can't be in the front.
That's only for this class, I promise. And
F promise? You promise? Because we got F Street coming up right after this.
And F Street. I'm looking at F Street. I would say it's F Street. Well, you got to tell them who's going to be in F Street. I'm gonna tell F Street F Street and STR are our two largest classes that are showing up there. Yeah.
Okay. Of the 40 entries into F Street, I feel like half of them are coming from our region.
That's right.
We have Jeffrey Darbig, okay, Mike Johnson, okay, Brian Carwin, Steve Salisbury, Sam Strano, Bill Stockton, Kevin Henry, Lee Pacone, and Clyde Kaplan. Tell me this isn't like just a list of the people you want to hang out with.
Those are all those guys are the who's of these DMV area autocross, right?
My goodness.
Yeah. So Jeff Darbig is actually, he jumps around but he's always super fast in any kind of a muscle car.
Yep.
Mike Jr. Johnson is the owner of the Evolution Performance School.
And he's so cool. Right?
Yeah, he's so cool. He's a driver of eminence. He's everything, right?
Yep.
And
yep,
then
yep.
and then Brian Carwin, we know he's going to be slow. He'll be last.
No. He'll be fast. He'll be fast.
He's going to let the bald eagle do the talking. Except that they're all bald eagles.
He promised me he's gonna do well.
This will be a school of bald eagles.
There's all these eagles screeching and yelling at each other.
They're all going to say, "Hey, America,
America!"
and then everybody get confused, like, well, which America is which?
God.
Anyway, Carwin, Carwin, other than being, our friends that we harass on a constant basis, right? But we love Carwin.
We do.
So,
Yeah.
so he's my soft spot. He's like my Julian Garfield.
He's like a Julian.
He's my other son.
He's also my son.
Wait a minute. All right. So then we have
Steve Salisbury.
Steve Salisbury, right?
Yes.
So Steve is the one that builds all the DC courses before Bill Stockton, right?
Yep.
So Steve's been contributing to all kinds of stuff, to this region,
Yep.
For building courses and then helping out in committees and stuff like that. And he's also super fast.
Yep.
And then, but he has to deal with number 41.
Sam Strano.
Yeah. Sam has 11 national championship or 10 or 11 now, right?
It's gonna be
and then,
awesome.
he probably has another 10 post solo champ. He has more than 20 yet.
Oh man.
Yeah.
He's so good. He's so good.
Sam is always the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep.
To win this thing. Yeah.
And now we have the current course designer.
That's right. We have Bill, right?
Yeah.
Bill's co-driving with Lee, driving Lee's car.
I love it.
Right. And then Bill's last course was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then he's getting super fast in SSC, but he's jumping and co-driving with Lee so that Lee can continue his national streak.
Danny, we've been saying that about Bill's courses time and time again.
Oh, no, this last one was awesome.
That's what we're saying every time now. This last course was awesome. This last course, what's it been all year long? We've been saying this last course was awesome. I'll tell you, Bill and Ryan St. Louis, all the guys in the committee, right? I don't want to miss anybody. They all putting a ton of effort and try to, get the DC programs better, right? So we definitely appreciate what they're doing. See it. We see the effort.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 100%.
And then Kevin Henry.
Yeah, Kevin Henry. All right, so Kevin Henry was driving Clyde's car, and then yesterday they were pointing fingers at each other and find out who's to call those signs.
Oh my god, that's so good.
So Kevin's one of those guys that he comes around, and because he's always busy running around and at the events, and then he goes to nationals. He always trophies. So
awesome.
So look for Kevin Henry winning some kind of trophy.
I love Kevin.
He loses the trophy every time, doesn't matter what class.
I love it. Lee Picone.
All right, so Lee is sort of coming back into across, even though he never stopped. So he goes to nationals every year. Mm-hmm. But this year, Lee has been doing quite a bit of autocrosses. Mm-hmm. Right? He's coming back and doing a lot more. But Lee was finished as high as second place at nationals.
Wow.
Yeah, he's when I first started, he was one of our fastest WDCR drivers. So he still is.
Yep.
So Lee is going to be contending in the front. And Clyde, holy crap, Clyde's been driving a lot faster, lately. And then Clyde's always been fast anyway. But I'll tell you, he's peaking.
He's
right
getting
now.
Even faster. Even faster.
Yeah, getting really good. So
when you said that about Lee, though, about him being like one of the fastest, when I started, the two fastest people were Sam Strano and Lee Picone, and they were in the same class, and they were flying, and I didn't even understand what was happening.
Yeah. Well, you forgot Jason Burns.
Oh, yes. Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, those three. So every time when those three driving three different colors of Mustangs.
So fast. So fast.
Yeah, so fun.
All right, sweet. F Street ladies. We have my favorite person at nationals, Avante. Yeah. We have the two newest up-and-coming superstars in Gwendolyn Holzer and Abby Stockton. Those three are going to be our F Street ladies entries from the DC region.
What's funny is if you add Abby and Gwen's age together, I still beat him by over 15.
That's not. Thank you, Danny, for that.
All right. So Abby's getting faster and faster. It's getting a lot better, and Gwen's getting into autocross a lot more. So look for them doing very well. But Avante, Avante has so many times Avante got really close to winning that the jacket. So this year it's going to be close, but she's going to have to battle Cindy Duncan.
Oh,
yeah, who's been winning for all those years, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Cindy Duncan in one of the, what do you call it, a TV sitcom shows back in the 70s? Well, you wouldn't know, Ada.
I wouldn't know. I wasn't born yet because I'm still young and full of life.
That's right. Yeah, I'm sorry. But Cindy Duncan, Cindy Duncan. I mean, all roads, have to go through Cindy Duncan. So it will be interesting.
I don't know. I feel like there might be a changing of the guard. I don't even know Sydney Duncan, but I believe in Avante, right?
The year where F Street really had to battle was between Shelley and Cindy. That was
my goodness,
massive. They're just killing each other.
Oh my God, I love it. All right, G Street, 20 entries, 1 Dustin Grubbs.
That's right. Obviously, Dustin Grubbs. I mean, I'm looking down this list. Mm-hmm. This year he's going to have to pass Ron Williams just like last year or the year before, right? But I think he's ready this year.
He has been doing amazing.
He's on fire.
He is on fire right now. Let's go, Dustin. Let's go. H Street, we have 20 entries. We got Ryan Lower, Daniel McFarland, our boy. We love Daniel. And Andres Rodriguez. All 3 of them. Andres from North Carolina, right?
Well, he shows in North Carolina. But he's at every event that we have.
Here. Yeah, so I don't understand how that works.
I saw him yesterday.
All right, let's talk about these 3 for a second. What are you thinking?
H Street cars, it all depends on if you can put your foot in there and never lift.
Yeah.
Okay. And then it's going to be really hard to pick out which one's going to do super, super well in this one. I think all of them are going to go into because all of them have a tendency to put their foot down and never lift.
Good. Well, didn't McFarland have a bunch of bad runs and then his last run of the day?
Yeah, that was at Finger Lakes Tour. Yeah,
it's amazing. These H Street guys just doesn't matter. All it takes is the last run. Oh, don't mind me. I'm in the lead.
As long as you put your foot in there and never lift, and eventually one of those runs is going to be fast.
I love it.
No, so they're all going to be up there close. But I'm looking at the list. I mean, Rob Krinder and Ken Trendell, those are really two fast guys, and Chris Dorsey. So they're going to have a good time. But watch them in the front.
Okay. All right. SSC Solo Spec Coupe, 43 entries. We're sending Daniel Berg and Tony Savini.
and of course we have Jeff Jacobs, who's driving with Tony Savini. So Jeff and Tony are both from the Philly region, but we're going to steal them because we're going to steal them.
Yeah. They're ours now.
Yeah. I think this is Daniel's second year going, I think.
Nice.
I think it was there last year, right? Solo Spec Coupe, bunch of people, and the cars are really competitive. I see William Bostic in there, Kevin Dietz. These are probably 2 of the bigger names in there.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Tony Savini. Oh, my God. I see John Hunter in there.
Oh, my God. Hunter. Oh, baby.
Well, I mean, Daniel is going to have to meet up with some of the SCCA legends.
That's going to be awesome, though.
Yeah. Including Tony. Tony's a multinational, winners, obviously. And then you're also going to run into Paul Brown. No, it's going to be fun.
And it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
All right. STR, the class of the monsters.
That's right.
We have Courtney Comier, Greg Pollock, Shrivastava, Josh Luster, Steve Mitchell, Alan Claffey, Tim Aro, Jacob Glover, Marcus Pine, and Trevor Blackwell. Danny, what's up with this class?
I'm stealing a few guys, surrounding regions, right? So
they count.
So let's go down here. So Courtney Cormier, national champion, right? And then let's see, and Tim Aro, obviously national champion, right? Jacob Glover actually, wins all the time trials, and he's super fast.
I love it.
He's killing all of us. And then we have our young guns in the DMV area.
Yep.
So Greg Pollock actually always fast, right?
He's so good.
And then with Mark Shrivastava now, he's in Arizona now, but he led the nationals last year in STR.
Oh my God!
Right, and then so he's going to be in the front. Josh Luster always lead or second place, in all these races, right? And then of course our favorite Steve and Alan, right?
Yep. Oh, I love them.
They're our guy, right?
Yes.
And then Marcus Pine has been beating Carwin in real courses, not fake courses.
But he doesn't have any American Eagle, Screaming Eagle.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have any bald eagle. And Trevor actually snuck it in and then beat Marcus at the last event.
Danny, is it possible to cheer for every single person in a class?
Well, you have to cheer for every single person.
This is the class. You cheer for every single one of these guys.
So in this class, you have a couple of people that are really, 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 really fast, right?
Yeah.
So Billy Davis, Daniel McKelvey, and Vivek Goel. So those 3 are basically known to be 3 of the top fast people. But I'll tell you, anytime my take is anytime Mark, Luster, and Mark Lester and Marcus.
Marcus, yeah. Throw me Pollock, throw me Blackwell. Like, I mean,
Yeah, they all can. They all can.
Right there.
They all can.
Yeah.
But there is a separate. There's a tiny bit of a separation of those three guys. Those three guys are fast.
But guess what? That separation is why they have nationals. Let's see it. Let's see it. That's right.
You'll see it. STR will be a fun battle.
Oh, baby.
Right. All right. So STR ladies.
Yes, we got Jen Fox, Allie, Kate Clappy. These are like our favorite people all in one class. Like, again, I can't. Oh,
this will be super interesting, right? Because I'm looking at this list. I heard that Kate is actually a game time decision.
Why?
She might be jumping into XB ladies if they're going to fill the class.
Oh,
so Kate might jump to XB. So I don't know what Kate's going to end up to be.
Okay,
right?
Either way, she's going to be driving.
Yeah. So I was at Allie's first autocross. So and I was at Allie's wedding, so I have a very soft spot for Allie. Right?
Allie is watching.
I mean, anyway, I have soft spots for all three of these ladies. Okay, I mean, they're all my kids.
Allie,
except Kate. Kate's my favorite.
Kate's your mom.
Customer. Allie's also my customer.
Oh, that's right. Allie's one of the only people, Danny, at an autocross that I let kind of watch my kid when I did a run. Like she's the best. No, it's amazing. So I'm looking at this list. I mean, Jen's been beating me every event. Jen is the best. Yeah.
I think that there are a couple people in there that are very fast, right? Yeah. So one is Catherine Trent out of California. Okay. Right. And Jordan Towns is a multi-time national champion. Okay. So I would say in that class, Jordan Towns is probably one of the Jen Fox's major competitor by looking at that list. That's my guess. Okay. Right. Okay. I'm just assuming Kay's going to go to XP ladies and win. So fair. All right. Yeah. That's what I think. All right. STX Street Touring Extreme. We have Eric Simmons, Matthew English, Ryan Davies, Cody Hunt. Every time I go through these lists, Danny, with you, I can't imagine we're sending even the stronger. Every single class, we're sending the best of the best. Well, STX also has Ken Halsio, who's driving with Ryan Davies. Oh my! So this is an incredible class, right? If you follow it, it's incredible. You also have the really, really cool guys in there, like Tim White, from I think Tim White's from South Carolina. Mm-hmm. Yeah, okay. And then you had Darian Taggart, right? I love Darian. Right. I want to claim him. Can we claim him? And you have John Caserta. Oh, and Caserta. Yeah, I mean they're all the Philly guys, right? Yep. I mean. And then of course they have David Whitener, who's been winning all these years, and you got Kim Weiner, who's probably faster than most of the guys. Oh my God, I love it. Oh, no, I mean this is going to be super stacked and super fun to watch. But you know what? All four of our guys, can throw a hero run and win. All of them. I love it. Especially I saw Rusty this weekend. He was pretty awesome. So Rusty, yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So we'll see. You think Rusty is going to beat out Cody? Because I love Cody. I love me some Cody. I don't know. I mean, I think Rusty is peaking. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. Rusty fast. All right. Oh, I love that. Rusty fast. Yeah. All right. STX ladies, we got Michelle Davies. All right. So Michelle is coming back and do autocross, right? So when I won the New Jersey Pro Solo, Michelle won the ladies, a challenge. Yeah. Right. But I think after that, she stops autocrossing. God. So she's just coming back, and Amy is just, Amy's been, autocrossing for the last couple of years, 2-3 years now, and she's getting faster. So it's anybody's chance in there, I think. I don't think Michelle's going to even come close to losing a step. I think she's just going to pick up right where she left off and just going to be flying again. Yeah. This will be fun. Be fun to watch. SSP, we have Eric Peachy. Let's go. So Eric has been instructing, at the BDCR solo schools, right? So Eric is going to be in some serious competition himself, right? So you got guys like Jake Namer, you have Jeff Wong in California, you got Duck Rouse, Eric Stamler. I mean, Mike Kuhn. Oh my God, GJ Dixon. GJ Dixon's in that. Yeah, Chris Dressler is going to be in there. Mikey Inase. Oh. Steve Waters. I mean, Yuri. Now these tough class. All I know is Eric. He has a Dodge, Viper GTS, I think, right? Okay. Top and that's the cheapest car in the class. God. Oh my God, I'm serious. I believe he has the cheapest car in the class.
That's just insane, though.
Yeah,
Like,
because the whole class was GT4 RS, McLaren 620.
oh, that's right. That's where the McLaren races. Yeah,
That's right. And there's a bunch of GT3 RSs in there. There's a bunch of GT4 RSs in there. You know,
I know Eric's still going to send it and kick some butt, though.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
CSP. We have Nick Dunlop, Caitlin Dunlop, and Van Townsend.
That's so wild. Van's actually at my house, but they went to Hershey Park. They haven't come back yet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
So if he shows up, I'm going to ask him who's going to win CSP. He's going to say he's going to win CSP, even though he's never driven a car before ever.
Good. That's okay.
Right. So obviously Nick and Kaylin, moved to Florida, right? But they're with us for quite some time, and they're driving Oscar.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So
yes,
I want them to win.
Of course.
And Van.
I love Nick and Caitlin, but I still want Van. Van is my man. Van is my man.
Well, if Van comes back, I'll tell him he's going to win.
Okay, good. If he comes back.
That's right.
Great. All right. So we have C Prepared. We're sending Michael Snyder.
Big Mike Snyder.
We're sending Big Mike Snyder for C Prepared. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. Okay.
Yeah, he's driving a San Versalo's car that he got.
Could he win the whole thing? Oh, he said the silver one?
Well, no, it's wrapped in different color now.
Oh,
it's like in golf blue.
It's Versalo's car.
Yeah, it's like in golf blue. I think
that's right. It was like blue. Was it orange and blue?
Orange and blue.
Orange and blue. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
So he's still got some tuning problems. He asked me to say, hey, can you help me to fix the wireless problem? I go, I'm retired.
Oh no.
I didn't make it to work. I couldn't get it to work. But I grabbed Sean Roberts, and then he's an IT guru. He couldn't fix it either. So both of us suck.
Oh no.
Yeah. Well, but I'm sure it's gonna be fine. I mean, he can run USB cables and then hook up his tune. He's fine.
Oh my god. Well, I'm hoping Big Mike wins. So
that's right, of course.
All right, Street Modified. We have Ian Baker and John Vittenvoss, and they are both co-driving John's car, right? Vittenvoss's car.
Yeah, those. Don't forget, both guys are our national champions, right?
Oh, baby.
Yeah. So we're gonna see those two guys, battle it out. And John's car is getting better and better. That this year they're running on it's automatic now.
Good.
No more stick shift. So
good.
It's gonna
Do you
be
know
fun.
what kind of transmission he has? Do you have the ZF?
Yeah, I think that's a ZF.
Nice.
ZF made it to it wasn't a 2.5.
Yeah, I know that he had that
2.5 turbo.
Yeah, the 2.5 motor, the turbo Mazda motor. I just didn't know what transmission he's running.
Right.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right. We're getting pretty close to the end here.
Yeah, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. We see classic Cam C. We got Phil Knowles. We're sending Phil Knowles from right down the street in Maryland.
That's right. So Phil's a really, really seasoned autocrosser, and he was really active in AI. And then he's coming back. He's doing more and more nationals. He was there last year and the year before, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now Phil's going to be contending in a huge Cam T class, and Phil knows what he's doing. So he should be doing very well.
Excellent. We have an Extreme Street XSU. So this is a brand new class this year, right?
That's
we
right.
have Brian and Lisa Garfield both co-driving the Stalker.
Oh my God. I'm looking at, so XU is a brand new class, and it's a fairly small class right now, right?
Mm-hmm, sure.
And then I'm looking at this list. I go, oh my God, what just happened here? So there's 6 people in that class,
okay.
Right?
Yep.
There's Lisa and Brian,
yep.
Right?
Awesome.
And then there's Austin Brown, which I've never met. He has an 86 Plymouth Horizon.
I don't even know what that means.
It's you remember the Plymouth Horizon was like a 000 generation of Dodge Co back in 86 or something.
I'm looking it up right now. I have no idea what a Horizon is.
It's like a Omni GLH kind of a looking thing.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes, I see it. Okay.
So obviously Brian and Lisa has a Caterham, like a Stalker. So it's like a Caterham, right? But here's the interesting thing. You also have Rick Meyer, who is the solo managers for SCCA. And then the other 2 guys in the class is Justin Peachy and Tom O'Gorman.
Oh my Lord. Oh.
I hope they're just using XU as a placeholder. Otherwise, Brian, I would say Brian is favored to win, but then you run into the 2 of the fastest people ever.
Tom O'Gorman is so fast that it doesn't even make sense.
How do you sign up for XU and then run into all the fast people in XU? There's only like 3 people in there.
I don't know.
I don't understand. Anyway, that's a bad year for Brian.
What do you think that is? That's the highest average packs in that class with those monsters, like actual.
Well, I mean, Tom O'Gorman probably still win packs.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's 6 people in that class.
It's so stupid.
And they're all so fast.
Yeah, it's so dumb. I don't know how that's going to happen. Well, but last, but not the least.
Not the least. Number one in our hearts.
That's right. Number one guy
in XB, Mike Brown. Yeah. Mike Brown. Yes.
Mike Brown now is going to have the biggest wang at nationals.
Thank goodness. I love that guy.
So obviously Mike is running an XB.
Yeah.
And then it will be very interesting. There's 26 people in there.
Yeah, 26.
28 people. They're going to battle it out. And I see people like Chris Glaydu, who's been doing that for a while from Colorado, and Rob Springer from Susquehanna region is going to be there. So they're gonna battle it out.
Oh,
I mean, it's too bad that Allen didn't jump in and do that,
right.
From the class. But they're gonna run into Wendell Wilcox.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Wendell Wilcox. Okay, so yeah, it's a tough road ahead with Wendell Wilcox.
XV and XA are gonna be just awesome to listen to.
That's right. That's right. All right, so I think that's everybody that's going to nationals this year.
If we missed you, we are so sorry. We literally combed through 1,290 names. So we apologize if we missed you. I don't think we missed anyone though, Danny. Do you?
I'm going to guess. I guess we got most. I think we got everybody. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just saying there's a lot of names.
It's better safe than sorry. We apologize in advance.
Advance.
If you end up winning, congratulations. If you didn't win, we also apologize.
Congratulations, and we also apologize.
You already won because you already went to nationals.
Exactly, because you feel like a win. It's so much fun.
That's right.
Please give it a shot. Autocross your heart out here locally, and then go to nationals and put it all on the line. Enjoy.
Right. All right. So I know that this feature ran quite long, but there's only one nationals per year.
This is worth it. I think this is worth it.
That's right.
This is a good one.
All right, so now we cover all the DMV autocrossers that are going to an SCCA Solo Nationals for this year.
Yep.
Let's hope they all came home with some fashionable jackets. If you can't win a jacket, try to win some pants.
Oh yeah, get it, pants.
Then definitely get some souvenirs, and then tell us your stories when you come back.
Mm-hmm. We'll be waiting.
That's right. And then we'll be listening to Solo live, and then basically we'll do a. Maybe we'll do a play-by-play or something.
That'd be so fun. Like a live stream, like with our commenting. It's like a comment inception.
Well, I mean, I think when this episode come out, there might be, I don't know if it's going to line up on that Thursday, but this episode obviously is going to come out the week when they all leave for nationals. So
exactly.
So this will be a fun thing to watch.
Oh yeah. Maybe on the Facebook group, we can put like a link to the audio feeds.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And actually, we'll include that in the podcast too. So you can follow along, to see how everybody else is doing.
Oh man. It's going to be so exciting.
All right. So with that said, I guess we wrap up this feature.
Danny, do you have any final words of encouragement for all of our competitors that are going all the way over there?
All right. Okay. Here, my word of advice is go win. If you don't win, walk home.
Danny, speaking of walking home from Lincoln, Nebraska, did you see someone on the Facebook group had the audacity to say they drive slower on the street than I do? I was
That's not possible. So we have our new friend Samir moving, up from the North Carolina area to us, right? This is Sam Doherty told us, right? And then and Sam Doherty goes, he's like the slowest guy on the road. I mean, no way, man. Are you kidding?
No way. The fact is, Samir said once he got a ticket, he slowed down. I'm over here like, brother, I ain't know how to get a ticket.
What do you mean? You got several tickets for going too slow.
I got pulled over for going too slow. I did.
Kevin Henry says that the reason we're slow is because I have to stop to go to the bathroom every 20 minutes.
So, but that's
look. I kept on asking Adam to go faster so I can go to the next rest stop.
He was like, I got to go. You need to pick up the pace. And I was like, I
gotta go faster than 30 miles an hour in a 65-mile highway.
I'm trying over here.
Go to the bathroom. So Kevin Henry, you got it wrong.
You got wrong, big wrong. But that's like the funny part of like, that's why autocross is so exciting for me, because I'm going so much faster than you guys. Like my delta between normal driving and autocross is huge delta. You guys are driving those highway speeds on the way to the event. So it's not even that fast, right? Like,
Addis autocross is always fast because at autocross, he's averaging 45 miles an hour, which is 10 miles an hour to his normal average.
Yes, boys, let's go. We're flying.
That's right. All right, Addis. So this year, no more Chicago deep dish pizza. So I guess we'll live.
That might be a good thing. That was like we tried, man, but that thing was just like a block of cheese. Like, what was that?
I have no idea.
We also.
I'm still bloated even today.
Do the listeners know that we diverted on our way back from Lincoln, Nebraska to go up to Chicago to get pizza? We ate a lot on that trip.
Yeah, that's right.
That was great.
But that's what Nationals like. So, and once again, let's hope everybody that are from the DMV area to go race in Lincoln, they do well and take home and win some jackets and have a great time.
Love it.
And then if you haven't gone to Nationals, make sure that you go see at least once.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. You have to.
It's like going to Mecca.
It is. It is pilgrimage.
It's a pilgrimage. You don't have to get on your knees, but it will be fun.
Well,
you better get your walking shoes. That's right.
That's so good.
All right, we'll wrap this up.
Good luck. Yes, good luck. Thank you, Danny. That was awesome.
All right. Okay, great.
All right, bye.
Next time.
This concludes our podcast episode. Everybody is excused except for the novices. Our novice meeting begins now. For today's novice meeting, we're going to be talking about leaving the region and basic etiquette when not at our home region. So, Danny, when we're not at home, it's scary, right? Because we don't know where we are, and we got a hotel room, possibly, and we don't know where to eat and all this other stuff. But let's talk about the event itself, right? So forget about all the extras and cut it right down to the meat. So the first thing we have to learn is that while we understand how it works at home, every group operates differently. Every of these regions, even if it's an SCCA event or a PCA event, everyone does things slightly differently. Did you want to talk about that a little bit? Because I know you have some experiences with different events.
Sure. Yeah. So what's interesting is if you attend most of the events in the DC area, there are 5 or 6 different groups already, right here.
Right.
So every group is going to operate differently. So the best way to go step away and do other region stuff, right, or other areas, away races, is to really attend all the events locally. Then you can see what the differences are, right? When you go to an SCCA event, it's going to operate slightly differently than when you go to a Mercedes event. And it's going to be different than the PCA event. Even the Chesapeake region event and Potomac region are different.
Yep.
I mean, and they're both PCA, right?
Exactly.
And you go to BMC, that's another different thing. And then when you go south down to VMP, that's a different thing, right? So quickly you'll realize that even though it's the same people there, but how they operate are completely different.
Yeah.
Right. So the easiest way to kind of, before you go away to any other regions, just to race local and attend every different events. Part of this podcast is to bring everybody together so they feel more comfortable to attend events across different region, which I actually think that we made a small impact to it already. You started seeing the same people being a lot of different events, right?
I'd hope so.
Yeah, which is a real good thing, right? So other than that, I mean, you mentioned things like, food or stuff like that, but those are different things. For me, I attended mostly SCCA events, when I first started. I do go with the only reason I cut across to some other events, namely in the beginning, BMW events, right, is because my friend AJ is there.
Yay.
Yeah. I feel comfortable that AJ is running the stuff. So I show up. So hopefully that has the same effect where everybody already knows someone that's going to be running those events at different clubs, then it becomes easier. Right.
Right.
So I would say the next thing is when you go to a different region, like into it, like an SCCA event or something like that. One of the things that's kind of cool is that there's going to be a lot of people from the same region go into another region, especially if it's going to be a tour or a pro solo or something like that. Right. So it's easy kind of just tag along with your friends and then go over there and then just ask around and they will tell you exactly how things are. Right. But I believe the topic that you're trying to get to is the basic etiquettes when you get in to other regions or other clubs and how you're supposed to behave.
I think you're right. I think that's the question for the novices in this novice meeting. what is the etiquette here, and how do I approach this other region? And I remember you took me to my first non-local Porsche Club event, and it was all the way in Pennsylvania, and it was totally different. So this is it's an etiquette based.
Right. So when we went to Pocono, obviously things are a little bit different because I operate things a little bit differently, right?
Yep.
And even in a different track, it's going to be different things. So I would think that the number one thing that when you go that you have to be concerned with, consider with is you're when you're attending an event, just doesn't matter where, you're a guest of the event.
Yes.
Right. We're all guests, right? Even though we pay, but
we're guests. Yeah.
We're guests, right? Because the committees of the club, they organize the event, they put it up, they welcome everybody in. So we are essentially their guests. When we go to somebody else's party, you behave like a guest.
Yep.
You don't go in there and say, well, your food sucks. Right? Before you do anything, right? Anywhere you go to behave like a proper guest, then I think everything will be fine first.
Yeah.
Right. And then the second thing will be if you see something that's different than what you've seen, right? Give it a few seconds, right? And really start absorbing it and say, okay, wow, why would they do it this way? Right.
Yeah.
And then usually things get done in a different way. It's because of a reason. Right. In some kinds, a lot of times when these kind of things happen, you don't even know if you don't know the exact ins and outs of what's going on with the other group's operation, you wouldn't know what the reason it was. Right.
So don't jump the gun. Right.
Yeah, don't jump the gun. I mean, don't make quick judgments and say, "Oh, I'm out of here." Right? Continue to be a guest, right?
Yes.
Even though the hors d'oeuvre is not good, maybe the steak is great.
You're just saying stay to the end of the movie because the end of the movie might turn everything around.
That's right. Don't do my wife does, right? On my birthday, we went to see Twister.
Oh my God, how was it? Happy birthday.
I don't want to kind of spoil everything, but
I'm going to watch it. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay, but I would say this, right? By the time this comes out, it will be some time before Twister, right? So if I tell you what's going on, it's probably okay.
You're talking about the new Twister.
The new Twister.
The one that's it's in theaters right now.
Brand new, yes.
You've already seen it. I thought it literally
last
coming
night.
out. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday.
Yeah, so I'm old now. Yeah. But here's the thing.
Okay.
So we're sitting over there. We made a point of getting a really nice theater seat, right? So you can hit the button that you lay down.
Baby.
Like the lazy boy seat. It was wonderful, right? I was sitting over there. Except that whenever I need to get to the bathroom, I realize that I have to hit the button to stand up. I can't just get up now. Anyway,
that's so good.
That's beside the point.
Yeah.
Totally not novice meeting, but this is what I would say. So I'm buying. I even got a big popcorn. We're drinking some Diet Coke and popcorn and all that stuff.
Doing it.
She ate a popcorn, and then when the popcorn ran out, she fell asleep.
No, she did not.
Yes, it was. Yes, she did.
That movie seems so intense.
It was so boring. No, check this out. The very first half of the movie was very boring, and I don't even think that was that well acted.
Oh,
right?
No.
So the problem is as old people, we saw the original Twister.
Right. That's what I was. It's number 2.
The original Twister, how Helen Hunt did that in the beginning, right?
So good. Yeah.
It draw you right into the movie. So you were watching Helen Hunt, right? And then later on, Bill Paxton doing their thing.
Amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very, very, very well acted because, there's some movies that when you start, you get immediately drawn into the story, right? Yep. This thing was almost soulless the entire time, right?
Don't say that. Oh, no.
So now check this out. And then Jodie falling asleep, right?
She did not.
That's when the action started.
Oh, my God. Are you trying to wake her up? Like there's a tornado
No. So check this out. Then the action started. First they have Twister Sisters that came out. And then they have the Gesta tornado. And then they have tornadoes going into oil refinery and then bring fires to the air and spin. Right.
So smart. Light the oil on fire in the tornado. It's a fire tornado.
That's right. And of course you see pigs flying and all that same stuff. Right. So then I was shaking up Jodie and trying to make her awake. She opens her eyes and sees some fire tornadoes and falls right back into sleep.
Oh my.
Right.
Danny.
So she saw the boring, soulless part of the movie, and the last 45 minutes was action packed, right? Which is what you paid, which is what you paid that for. Right?
Yeah, it's why you want to see that movie.
Right. I thought the action packed part was better than the original Twister,
Oh,
But
that's great to know. Good to know.
yes, it was good. But unfortunately, it didn't have the storyline that's associated to it.
The storyline of the first one was incredible.
They made a point of having the lead actress to mimic the feeling and experience of Helen Hunt.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
But
yeah, it just didn't hit the same way. So
no,
I thought this movie looked incredible because if they could just remake the first one, like get anywhere near that good with the graphics that they have today,
that's right.
It's going to be unbelievable.
And then they kind of touched a little bit on Dorothy.
No, Wizard of Oz, really?
Yeah, no, Dorothy. You know the actual the first you know the ball that flew into Twister and tried to detect and read the data.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yes.
So they brought this Dorothy up. They had no explanation of what Dorothy is, and then it just died right after the beginning. And so that was like that doesn't make any sense.
Were you supposed to have remembered from the first Twister?
Well, I mean, I remember what Dorothy is.
But
right?
if you didn't remember it, because I immediately went to Kansas and Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, I know.
Dorothy.
Yeah,
I didn't remember.
You have to be old enough to actually watch Twister. The first Twister.
I watched it, but I guess I was young.
Yeah.
Oh my! Hold on 1 second, Danny. We got to figure this out.
So I'm sorry about this novice feeling. It just jumped the shark.
Original.
I guess
it was 96. So you're right. I was in middle school.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay. All right.
I mean,
yeah.
I was older than most of you guys today already.
Oh my god!
But I don't want to jump the shark. But you know, like that's the Twister thing.
Reserve your judgment.
Right. Exactly.
Saying.
Reserve your judgment. Right.
Yeah.
So
don't fall asleep.
Don't fall into sleep. It's not good.
Oh my god!
Don't say, "Well, this thing sucks. You guys are soulless," and fall into sleep.
Right.
And when you wake up and say, "Well, you know, this race sucks," I go, "You missed all the good part, man.
You missed all right. Exactly. Yeah.
You missed all the explosion when somebody will go off and hit like 3 telephone poles.
You missed a fire tornado.
That's right. You missed a fire tornado.
Anyway. As soon as you said oil refinery, I was like, genius.
Yeah. You missed Ada's epic burnout.
Oh my god.
I mean, exactly. That's exactly what it is. You're like, you fall asleep, you turn around and say, "Why is everybody applauding at Ada?" Anyway, so reserve your judgment. Okay, we'll move right on.
Yeah.
Okay, and then, you know, another thing that I would say is learn when you watch each group. You know, when they're doing their things that are different than yours, right? Try to learn why they're doing that.
Yeah,
and check out the techniques, right? So some of the techniques that I saw, like, you know, even locally, right?
Yeah,
is I found it extremely incredible that, you know, like the people that are working on this has not copied the Mercedes wristbands yet.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes them super unique. I don't know who everyone I talked to, they said that's the best idea ever.
Well, it's funny. I stared at my wrist maybe 30 times. I knew where to go. I just double checking.
That's right.
You know,
that's right. I mean, that just constantly reminding you, right?
Yep.
So that was one thing. And then, you know, some of the other region, you know, places I go to, like, you know, like I've been to a place where, you know, somebody just set up a margarita truck and they just constantly give out free margaritas.
Please tell me after they were finishing racing.
Well, I mean, all day long.
All day long.
Right. And I've seen people that, you know, for events they have, you know, they play Foursquare,
nice.
Right. You know, or somebody even set up karaoke's in, you know, on a Saturday night.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And because of that, the DC region of SCCA actually for a couple of years when they were running pro solos, we set up karaoke night.
I remember.
You remember that?
I remember once.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we have night autocross.
So that was the best thing I've ever
right
done.
And that was one that, you know, like Shane and, you know, you and then Larrick and all that stuff, they dressed up their cars and, you know, have light sticks and all, you know, like, you know, they were zooming around and I would ask him, I say, well, how can you go this fast? And then that's when I realized I'm too old. I can't see at night and he can't.
God.
Right. But these are the type of things. I mean, there are different things.
Yeah.
So when you go to these, you know, you want to travel to different groups and you want to travel to different regions. That's how you can absorb different techniques and then figure out the things that you can learn. Right. Mm-hmm. And then I think most importantly, when you become more and more involved in autocrossing, at some point, I think most people will pick up some sort of a volunteering type of positions, right?
Agreed.
Like, you know, like I work in committees before, I work in the advisory committees for shifter carts and all that stuff nationally, right? These are the kind of, or when I go or when I go to a national race, I'm the operations steward or be a chief of operations or whatever. These are the kind of things that when you do more and more and more, you learn more and more and more.
Yep.
And then you won't be able to gain this experience and know how to do it right unless you're witnessing all of the possibilities that are out there. Right.
Yes.
I mean,
knowledge,
a simple,
experience. Yep.
yeah, the simple things like you're watching a podcast now, we're giving you accurate information of exactly what happens at these races, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we cannot report it unless we have experience in knowing that, hey, we've been there before and this is what's happening.
That's true.
Right? So to sum up, like when you go to a away race, enjoy it, right? Everybody, you're becoming someone else's guest, they're welcoming you, but definitely remember you're a guest, you're following their rules, learn the good stuff, right? And then enjoy the event. That's what I would say for this particular Novice meeting.
I love that. That was great. All right. That's perfect. Okay, so with that said, is there anything else you want to add to that? Or are we good to go? Because that was a good one, Danny, for novices looking forward to going to other events, right? Because a lot of novices listening right now maybe have never traveled out of the region.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Or maybe have only done one kind of event, even locally. So maybe you're not physically traveling out of the region, but you're traveling to another group in the region that you've never been to. It might feel like you're traveling out of the region, right?
Right.
So
I would say this, right? I mean, even for me, I'm a pretty, I don't think I'm that free of a spirited person, but I'm pretty free spirited.
You're pretty free spirited.
Yeah. So, even when I go somewhere that I've never been before, I bring a buddy.
Yeah. It's fun.
Right. What you do is you find another buddy that wants to do this, right?
Yeah.
Then let's go. Right.
Yes.
So when you go away, you could go into a away region and just kind of test your waters yourself, which is what I did on my first event. Everybody's first event, you go somewhere that you haven't done this.
Sure.
But when I go somewhere nowadays, since I already have friends that I already know that are interested in going to the same events, I usually just go with the buddy.
Yeah. And it makes them way more fun.
That's right. That's right. And then the key thing is when you go, don't just hang out among yourselves. I mean, go explore. Yeah. Right. That's how you met 1,000 friends in a hurry at nationals. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I guess that wraps up our, 17th or 18th episode of the DMV Autocross Podcast. Well, the 18th episode, actually. Thank you for spending the time with us. And we hope you find this informative and fun.
All right. And don't forget to join us for the next episode. And until then, keep those tires on the track and that wing in the back.
Yes.